Are you going to go to court today?
I have no comment on that.
Do you believe that you will get safe passage back and forth? In other words, you won't be arrested?
No, we don't trust the police. So, I mean, for them to offer us that, if they can offer us safe passage now, they could have ended this conversation a long time ago.
So you think the minute you leave here, you'll be arrested?
I'm not going to say the minute we leave here, but we don't trust them.
The city has threatened to cut off food and water unless you come out. What are you going to do? How are you going to survive?
It's by belief, we understand that, no matter what they do, all right, when you're right, it'll work out that way. So, I mean, they've been cutting off our water and food for a long time. It didn't just start. So there's nothing new to us.
Electricity in there?
No.
How are you running your PA without it?
Don't put that out there.
So, are you saying that you will not come out under any circumstances, even if it comes to starving to death?
Unless our terms are met, no.
What are your terms?
We're asking for the release of all political prisoners, Robert Africa, Conrad Africa, Robert Bethel Africa, Jerry Africa, Sue Africa, Gregory, and Sam Africa. All right, now we're also asking for a public apology from Rizzo, and to be left alone from now on.
You're asking for release of all the Africans in jail now.
How many are there?
7.
If the police begin their barricade, what will you do? Will you take any action?
No, we are defending our home. Unless they try to come in here, we will continue as we have been doing. Now, as long as they don't attempt to come in our house and impose on us, we're going to stay right here.
Why did you feel you had to do this to defend your home in the first place? To barricade yourselves inside?
Well, the police have been planning to come in and either kill everybody in the house or try to take our kids home for a long time. So we just got prepared for it.
What is the position of at least your neighborhood group on the situation here?
The position of the Powelton United Neighbors is that we are against any kind of violence. We are against a raid. We're against the blockade. We would like both sides to keep talking, MOVE and the city officials, to work to a peaceful solution. We also think that the city's offer was unreasonable and that the city should be more flexible with their offer to MOVE.
What was unreasonable about the city's offer?
We think that they had no right to tell MOVE that they couldn't come within 2 miles of their home, and that is a stumbling block at this point, and that's probably unconstitutional too.
What about the other things, that they should appear in court, that the members who have arrest warrants should be brought in, that sort of thing?
Okay, we support MOVE turning in all their weapons and being arrested and released on their own recognizance. And we think that MOVE has agreed to that.
What about the situation here as it's been disturbing the residents, the eyesore, the commotion they've caused? Does that bother you?
Well, there's things like health violations and the way the house looks. Compared to the possibility of people getting killed, that doesn't bother me at all. I mean, I would hope that eventually the community could work out these differences, but we don't think that the police can provide a solution because their solution is with weapons.
Now, you just said the possibility of people getting killed doesn't bother you. Can you
No,
explain that?
What do you mean?
You don't believe that people will be killed over this?
I don't think that MOVE has any intention of hurting people in the neighborhood. I think the dispute is between MOVE and the police, and that the way people in the neighborhood could get killed is if there's a shootout between those two groups. MOVE has been in there with weapons for 9 months and hasn't harmed anyone in this neighborhood.
Do you think they should be left completely alone?
No, I mean, there's charges against them. They have said they'll turn in their weapons. I think they should turn in their weapons, be released and face trial. But I don't think that this blockade or raid or anything like that is necessary and could be very dangerous.
Do you believe that they will be given safe passage back and forth to court today? Do you think that'll actually happen without them being arrested?
I think so, but it's hard to say. I do think so.
How can this be solved? They're at a standoff position now.
Well, I think that it's essential that both sides keep talking, including MOVE, and that this position around not being allowed within 2 miles of the neighborhood be renegotiated, because I think that's the sore point.
Have they been willing to talk to you, MOVE?
Oh, yes. People in the neighborhood, we've talked to them all summer, and ever since it first started about trying to work this out. In fact, we had circulated a petition a few months ago with the very things: being arrested, turning in the weapons, being released on their own recognizance in the neighborhood. And they've been very willing to talk to any community people who've come down.
Do you see yourselves as negotiators, go-betweens?
No, not really. Move does have a lawyer right now, and I think he's playing that role.
Okay. We heard that since this started, people have been bringing in food, their supporters, on a daily basis, and this would be stopped if...
Right. Different groups,
Okay.
even from outside of the neighborhood. One
Okay,
group,
I have to talk for a few minutes.
Go ahead.
What I'm trying to figure out is why they did this in the first place.
One of the things is, you've been getting a lot of bad press. What you need to do is really tell the story. Like I heard
As a written, what we have to say.
Jerry Ford Africa and Sue Leon Africa. Well, what they said to me is that they're afraid that there'll be some problem that'll develop. They just don't feel that they're secure and that they can leave. Have they indicated to you what they're going to do if the city blockades the house? They haven't said anything to me with respect to their plans except what they've said in the past, which is that they're going to stay, that's all. What are you going to argue in court today? Well, at this point, I'm just going to go back to the courtroom to ask for the presence of the 3 people from the prison. If that is denied, then I will have to confer with the neighbors there to decide what the situation is. Are you going to prevent the blockade?
This morning, supposedly the mayor made comment about this. I was present in the city solicitor's office when the mayor called. The mayor said that the statements this morning that he would not abide by the judge's order were false, and that he had instructed the city to abide by Judge Nix's order.
The order was...
To Mr. Albert.
Then why can't you convince them that they'll be safe?
I don't know. Other than probably the whole history of this confrontation has been that, as I think I said yesterday, that the gulf between both sides is so wide, it's very difficult for either side to trust the other.
Is this an unusual... I'm sorry, is this an unusual legal move for a judge to guarantee safe passage like this or order safe passage?
Well, I'm not aware that this has ever been done before, although there is precedent in the law. There are constitutional provisions with respect to members of Congress being allowed safe passage back and forth while Congress is in session. So there are legal precedents for this, although it's a somewhat unusual procedure.
Are there legal precedents, do you feel, to block the blockade? What are you going to argue there?
Well, at this time, as I said, my representation last night was limited to the question of getting a hearing. I had not been authorized last night to proceed to try to stop the blockade. I was just informed this morning that they would like me to continue the representation to that point as well, and to first of all seek that members of the organization in prison be brought into the courtroom. That'll be my first step. From that point on, I'm just going to have to be in the courtroom and see what happens.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'd like to go, all right? Huh?
Oh no, I've got some. Okay.
Ready? We'll tell the city where we stand every time they come up with attempted intimidation, every time they come up.
Game that they're playing to try to keep the people outside when it's supposed to be open to the public. They want to sit back and make all kinds of decisions on poor people's lives, but we can't make none on theirs. That's right. Any orders that they give, it don't mean nothing to me because I don't pay it no mind. It's just like a hot stomp on it, you know?
I don't know.
So what's happening, the courtroom is full. I guess, I don't know, I
Standing room.
bring other people in. Wait a minute. And what they said is that the thing was supposed to start at 10:30. And what they're waiting for is Bob Affer to come down from where? He's waiting for at Holmesburg Prison. And that's what's happening there. Ain't nothing going on. Nix ain't in there. Ain't nobody else in there. All right, shut up. Wait a minute. What the hell are we going to say?
All the strategies are necessary. Strategies are necessary.
Cigarette ads, whiskey ads, we haven't had amendment to the Constitution against alcohol, but now it's accepted. Too hot. We're not making them all. We can't smoke. We're going to destroy them with the coffee crowd. It's like they destroyed the coffee crowd. They destroyed the plant. Just get rid of them.
How many?
So hard, you can't even come in time.
9 months with 9.
All right, now on the move. I was going to put out there that last night, this barricade thing we're going to try to put up was put down by Justice Nix. Until his hearings are with this morning. But still, they have barricades up here in front of our door. Now, they tell us the reason for it is so cars don't stop there and like back up traffic. But I see these damn cops will be stopping all normal cars, blocking up traffic, so ain't no difference. Ain't nothing but another line like trying to keep them damn barricades up there. All right, now, like, once again, like I thank you for the support they've been giving to this organization throughout this campaign. From the car right in front of his headquarters and crushed by these sadistic cops of 16th District. That's what they do. Lee C. Africa was kicked in our panic stomach by 50-50 pound cops. Nothing was done about it. That's why we so angry. The movie sad is, it's just this kind of murder by these maniac-ass cops that had us out here on May 20th taking up arms. Now the reason why we do have arms is to protect ourselves from this kind of Hitlerism. The movie sad is, as long as this system will impose on us, by us being non-violent, we must fight back. We want people to understand the meaning of what violence really is. A violent person is somebody that takes violence. A non-violent person is somebody that will get rid of it. Now when you talk about getting rid of violence, you don't say you're non-violent unless somebody imposes on you. When you talk about getting rid of violence, you do anything necessary to get rid of it. Whether it be hitting the cop back, whether it be shooting the cop back, it don't make no difference. The movie sad is our stand is the same as May 20th. We will not let any of these cops come in our house and impose on us. The city has shown people how trustworthy they are. The reason why that's happening is because this system don't care about blacks. They don't care about poor rights or Puerto Ricans. The same thing they do on the tell people what's right and devastate their belief. You are smack the fuck down they could. Tell them that you ain't got no motherfucking right talking to a judge with a black robe. Tell them that you ain't got no right talking to a cop that is
Starvation. He's proposing, he's proposing a day-to-day dehydration
passage. What we are rejecting is the notion that he can ensure safe passage when you got some maniac-ass cops that's been out here for 9 months talking about they got our name written on their bullets. What we are saying is that we are not letting any 3 more people be no martyrs walking out here under nobody's so-called safe passage. Understand the trickiness of what Judge Nixon said. Ain't no way in the world Judge Nixon can ensure our safe passage. Supposedly Martin Luther King had safe passage in Memphis when he was gunned down by James Earl Ray. Supposedly Robert Kennedy had safe passage when Sir Osborne gunned him down. Whenever they want to gun you down, it's easy to find some so-called maniac to gun you down. What we're saying is Malcolm X was another brother who supposedly had safe passage under the laws of this country, and he was gunned down under the eyes of the police. Conrad Africa, Robert Moses Africa, and our sister Sue Africa represent this organization at this court hearing, and they are already in custody. Along with to live in this compound until this confrontation is settled is under a sentence of death by these maniac-ass cops. Look around you at these cops that's infiltrated your neighborhood. Look around you at these cops that are in the with our weapons on our belt. Like these cops got their weapons in their hand and on their belt, we'll consider that thing. Other than that, we ain't coming out. On the move. Long live revolution. That the church must stand out here. Let the Baptist preacher who preach on Sunday walk down here on Monday. Let the Methodist preacher who preach on Sunday walk down here on Monday.
We understand that, and that's what we say. We want to emphasize. We ain't rejecting Nixon's offer. We just rejecting the idea that, like, we don't want another James Earl Ray. You know, I'm saying Malcolm X was under protection. We've seen that assassination go down. You know, he was supposed to have rights. He was gunned down, and we're saying that, like, we don't want it to happen here. We said those MOVE members who are already in custody are well able to represent our views and are up to date on what is happening here. And
There it is. All right. Yeah. Show my effect. Hey, this ain't nothing just we wrote there. This is real. You know what I mean? This is real. Check that out.
That's right. Fairfax. That was Rizzo's plan from the beginning to get an officer to do just this. That's why they're talking about hiring an extra for this purpose. And they starting to fill it up. They're trying to fill up your test city for that. This is real now. Leave it. Yeah.
Come on! And get out!
No!